During my time as a basketball fan, no player has quite fascinated me the way Nikola Jokic has. He's not the most athletic big in the world, he doesn't have a bunch of crazy dunks, he isn't even a big time highlight shot blocker. But he dominates the game of basketball and does things that I've never seen a big man do before. He's an absolute puppet master on offense. He scores at a high level using both big and guard techniques. He's already the greatest passing big ever, and I think he is one of the two greatest passers in NBA history. In today's video, I'll be breaking down the game of Nikola Jokic because he's really good at basketball. Quickly before we do get into today's video, if you're new and you like basketball, I really think you'd love this channel. Haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, be notified whenever I release a video. I make videos breaking down the film of NBA players, so if that's something that interests you, this is the channel for you. Let's try to get 100 likes on this video so YouTube will recommend it to others. That being said, let's talk about Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is one of the best scorers in the league. He's extremely good as a paint scorer, he's very good in the post, has good footwork, and is a very strong player. He may not be the most athletic player in the world, but that doesn't change how hard he is to defend as a scorer. Because on top of being a great post scorer, he's also a very good shooter, capable of hitting threes and mid-range shots at a good rate. He's overall super efficient, has a 65.1 true shooting percentage. On top of this, no field goal percentage per amount of dribbles is below 55% for him. No field goal percentage per closest defender distance is below 48% for him. And no field goal percentage per touch time range below 55%. All of these numbers are just incredible for somebody that scores at the rate that he does. And on top of this, his threat of being a passer, and it becomes very hard to bring help defense without him finding the open man. I think 25 plus points a game on 60 plus true shooting percentage speaks for itself, but the fact that this alone could make Jokic one of the best big men in the league, and it probably is less than half of the equation of his offense, is just insane. I don't think it takes a basketball genius or some deep dive, nuance, and look into the tape to realize that Nikola Jokic is a very good passer. Actually, that's probably underselling it because he's an insane passer. Jokic has the most dangerous skill that any passing playmaker can have: his understanding of his own gravity as a player. Jokic has complete control of his gravity and uses it to manipulate defenses. His pass vision is insane. He finds players at angles that only he can see. He reads defenses like a book and knows where they're going to be, knows who's falling asleep, knows who's being an over helper, and he uses it to his advantage. He has good pass accuracy and audacity as a passer. It's one thing to be able to throw an accurate pass, but it's another to actually do what Jokic does, and there's only a handful of people that can do what Jokic does, and that's not even all of what Jokic does, it's only some of what Jokic can does. In a way, passing is a lot like scoring, where the skill itself will only get you so far, and having confidence is key. You can have good vision, you can have good accuracy, but you aren't going to be a great passer if you don't have audacity and confidence, and Jokic has an abundance of both of these things. I spent hours going through Nikola Jokic's passes, and I came to the realization I wasn't going to be able to limit it to just one pass I break down in this video, so I decided let's just do 3 passes I'm going to break down in this video, and I'll be honest with you, limiting it to 3 was hard in its own right as well. So I decided maybe down the line I make a video breaking down a bunch of Nikola Jokic passes, just that making it the whole theme of the video. So if you want a video like that, like this video, try to get this video to 100 likes, and leave it in the comment section below if you want a video of this me breaking down Nikola Jokic passes. But let's actually talk about these 3 Nikola Jokic passes that I have chosen to talk about. This is a play from last night. So he gets the ball in the post against Drew Eubanks. Now, no offense to Drew Eubanks, but one-on-one Nikola Jokic is taking Drew Eubanks' pockets every day. And I think that the other teammates on Portland understand that. And because of that, you can kind of tell that they're all half focused on their assignment and have focused on Jokic. This is something that's true for a lot of great playmakers when they get the basketball, no matter where they are. And because of this, they're not only focused on a scoring opportunity, but also a passing opportunity as well. When you do something that's unexpected, you have to do things to keep those that you want to fool unaware of what you're doing. And that's what Nikola Jokic does here. The movement that he makes here does not indicate that he is going to make a pass. It could indicate anything, and that's what makes him so unpredictable. He knows that Josh Elbury is kind of ball watching and is kind of asleep on this play. So he knows that he can get an open look to Morris. But he also knows that if he makes that look obvious, because Elbury's focusing on Jokic, then Elbury will know that if he's going to pass to the corner, he knows where to get there, and that look may not be as open. So Jokic does a move that is kind of ambiguous in a way, and you can't tell if he's going to pass or score or really whatever he's going to do. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't blame anyone for not expecting this to happen, because this is just an insane angle to throw a pass from. Now, to Ellaby's, however you pronounce his name's credit, he does realize what's going to happen. The only problem is, at this point, it's just too late. It's too late, the pass is going to get there. A split second earlier, he might have gotten it, but that's how this game works. It's a game of split seconds, and he was a split second too late. Listen, Morris is a solid player. He really is. And he's actually done a lot of good things for the Nuggets this season. But you gotta make that shot. You have to make that shot. I'm sorry. But Morris makes up for it on this play, so don't worry. Given it's the closing seconds of the game, and the ball is in Jokic's hands, and him being the star player of the team, I think it's expected that Jokic will be the primary scoring threat on this play, despite how good of a passer he is, and he has established that, in my opinion, by attacking in the post. So he's going to drive here, and listen, I love Steph. Steph is going to get his own video on this channel at some point. I don't know what he's thinking here, and I understand that Nikola Jokic is a threat to score, but if you're going to leave someone wide open, that's an even bigger threat for one of the best passers in the world, and especially when it's someone that's a decent shooter as well in Morris. So Nikola Jokic is going to realize this, and I think we all know where the play goes from here. On this play, he's going to set the screen and then re-establish position in the post to make a play. He's going to set up on this play like he's going to hand the ball off to Barton, but he's actually going to fake the handoff on this play. So he fakes the handoff like I said he would, and he's just going to make a play here that is unexpected, and the only players that would know and expect this are his teammates because of the chemistry that they have, but the opponents aren't going to expect something like this because, you know, great playmakers do the unexpected. In my opinion, Nikola Jokic isn't just one of the best playmakers in the game today, he's one of the best playmakers of all time. Playmaking isn't just about passing, it's also about, well, what the name actually suggests, which is making plays. Not just plays for others, but plays for yourself as well. And Jokic does both of these things at the highest level. You could argue Jokic is one of the best scoring bigs ever. He has a great post game, he can hit a jumper, he has out of this world efficiency as a scorer, which the tape and just about every scoring efficiency metric backs up. And it's not up for debate, by the way. He's the best passing big of all time. He's one of the best passers ever. And the combination of his ability to score the basketball the way he does and pass the basketball the way he does, there's a real argument that Nikola Jokic is the best offensive center of all time. He's better at a guard's goal passing than just about every guard in NBA history, minus probably Magic Johnson. And he scores at a level few players ever could, and he doesn't even get to the line that much, which makes his production even more impressive. It's hard to watch Nikola Jokic on the court and see what the numbers show, both advanced and basic, and deny his greatness both historically and currently, because he's up there. He really is. There is nothing in basketball like Nikola Jokic, a player who has an elite skill that uses it to a super high level and is extremely efficient at it, and this skill isn't even 50% of what makes him great on offense. A player that dominates as a passer and a scorer at an elite level, and is the best among both of those categories as a big man. A player who is arguably one of the best scorers at his position ever, and undeniably the best passer at his position ever. Nikola Jokic is playing basketball at another level as a playmaker, to the point I wonder if this is even a real person playing basketball at times. Every generation has its all-time greats, and Nikola Jokic has firmly earned his spot as an all-time great of his generation and is well on his way to being one of the best players of all time, if he isn't there already.